During Gala Week we have the election of the Biggar Cornet, and his duties, as in other border towns, involves leading the riding of the marches, as former Cornet Andrew Barry explains.
So the riding of the marches goes back to, I believe, 1806 in Biggar, which was originally the Biggar Whitman Society. And the riding of the marches basically goes back to when boundaries of land was marked out by boulders as such, and the landowners of the areas would ride the boundaries to ensure that no other landowners had encroached onto their land or had shifted the boundaries. So this tradition is carried on through all the border towns, really, just as a tradition, and we basically have about 100 to 110 horses every year ride the bounds of Biggar, and then finish off, come down the street to announce to the town that the boundaries are intact.
Biggar Corn Exchange, right in the middle of the high street, is one of our most prominent buildings here. Mike Chad has had a long association with the building, and I met him to talk about its history.
Corn Exchange was built around about 1860 by the local farmers, a number of whom bought shares and put money into it, hoping it would become a commercial proposition.
The building then came into the hands of the local town council, and it was then used as a venue for local events and festivities. And in the 1970s it was leased to Biggar Theatre Workshop, who still run the place today. And as well as the theatre productions, you've also got a youth theatre, Biggar Little Cinema, which is run by the Rotary Club, and of course the annual Panto. The Corn Exchange is also home to Biggar's award-winning public toilets, now run by the local community.
About 5 or 6 years ago, the council withdrew funding on public toilets throughout Lanarkshire. We gathered a small group of people who already had worked with the council when we refurbished this building, and they knew us, and they knew we would do what we said we were going to do. So we've managed to keep the toilets open.
Every year, right in front of the Corn Exchange, the Cornets Club of Biggar build an enormous bonfire, as former Cornet Andrew Barry explains.
The bonfire is a massive event for a town the size of Biggar, which is Corn Exchange on the 1st of December, and then we collect wood all throughout the month round about the town of Biggar, and light it on Hogmanay about 9:30, I think it is, to burn out the old year and burn in the new. There's only 2 years it's not been lit, as far as I'm aware, on Hogmanay. The once was during World War II, but they did light a small candle, I think it was, in a barrel or something, then extinguished it. And then obviously, I think it was 2007 due to winds, but it was lit the following evening.
Just across from the Corn Exchange, I met Jim Softly, chair of Biggar Little Festival.
So, Biggar Little Festival is a genuine community event. In other words, it's for the community, but it's by the community. So they're either individuals or individual groups, and Biggar Little Festival Committee, which I represent, it's our job to try and coordinate all these events over a 10-day period, provide some marketing, and basically help as many people as possible to enjoy 10 days of fun and frolics.
And another 10 days of fun and frolics happens every year in June when we have Biggar Gala Week. In the lead up to the event, children from Biggar Primary School choose a Primary 7 girl to be the Fleming Queen. The crowning ceremony on Gala Day itself is the highlight of the week, after a procession by Biggar Pipe Band, the Cornets, and all sorts of people in fancy dress.